Hi, my name is Joe, and welcome back to Anima season. This week, still Halloween bonus. Take a look. So, this one is what I'm gonna call the silly salad. Patent pending. But the only reason it's called salad is because this is like the jungle map and it's green. Anyway, I really like this map with the current units. Sigurd, Felix, doing their thing, but with the support of Pathfinder bot Dagger, who also gives NFU to Felix, in addition to attack speed +6, which is really nice. But Dagger also gives Pathfinder to the person on the team with the most defense. So, I decided to run good old Alphonse once again. However, I think ideally speaking, like, if I'm trying to be super optimal, Alphonse should be a near save like Marnie, because that covers the team extremely well. She'll still get the Pathfinder, but I don't know. I really wanted to use Alphonse, but there's definitely a replay or two where it would have been better to have Marnie. But basically, Pathfinder here. Most of the other lanes are shut off or hard to get through. And then Sigurd can Pathfinder through here. Felix can Pathfinder through here. Since Alphonse is hard to take down on the engage, he can go all the way down here, do something, stat great talent for the boys, and then Canto back like here or here or here, depending on what's going on. And then Felix can just Pathfinder down here, and then he has like Sigurd-esque range, right? That's the theory. Yeah. And then since Dagger has Canto control, I put Creation Pulse back on Robin. That's about it. Hardy Bearing on Nagi for Bernadetta. Throne with Lagoo's friend. And the only other thing, I guess, is Odd Tempest on Dagger, because more movement equals more plays. In a perfect world, I would have Even and Odd Tempest on this unit, but I literally don't have the fodder. I don't have any fodder for either of those skills, so I just put Canto control on her. Whatever. But yeah, this is the team, and I think it's really cool and really fun, and this map is awesome. Let's get into it. Alright, match number 1. Oh yeah, and the ice, obviously, makes it hard to get in. Level 1 Thor. Setteth with the bells and whistles. I really like Sudden Panic still. I think it's a good skill. Sheeta, Nagi, Rajin. Let's see. Sheeta is a good answer to Sigurd and Felix, assuming she can actually outspeed Felix. But does it really matter when Sigurd can just go around with 6 movement thanks to Pathfinder and Gallop? I don't think so. It's not okay. It's not okay, and once again, the Celica ring on Sigurd allows him to be even more obnoxious. I really think it's a hot take, but I do genuinely like Sigurd ring on Felix, Celica ring on Sigurd, when I'm running both of them on my defense. Once again, Celica ring Felix is arguably best in slot. In a vacuum, but if you're running both on your team, I think this is the best configuration. Poisonally. Holy crap, Dagger doesn't die to Sheeta. Flat DR is a hell of a drug, and he's out. Alright, number 2. Peony plus A. I mean, if you're gonna plus 10 a duo dancer, I think this is still the one. Duo button, still amazing. Nagi, Teener with the Breath of Life, and Live to Serve, kind of Sigma. Elamine trying to turn off this stuff. I guess that'll work. Let's see. Does that actually turn off the Pathfinder? Let's see. It do. Congratulations. A rare Elamine user actually doing a good thing. But does it really matter if Sigurd just bops your Nagi? And then warp. Yeah, and especially on this terrain as well. Notice how he warped over this this defensive tree tile. Which, if he didn't have Celica Ring, he would not be able to do. So, yeah. Maximum annoyance with Sigurd. I really like this terrain. I really do. And I don't see basically anybody use this map. The silly salad. Alright, number 3. More Thor. I believe it's her bonus week. That's why I was seeing so much of her. Yuri. Okay. Nothing crazy here, but you'll notice that he actually is able to warp and kill Sigurd. Yeah, that's one of the weaknesses of this team. Like, if I had more slots, I would probably put Gatekeeper and or replace with Myr. But even so, this is a turn 1 play. But this is the weakness of this team, pretty much, is that you can warp through these tiles with Celica Ring. And then, especially if you're Felix, you can hit and run with 0 counterplay. And look at this. Once again, it doesn't matter because he just eats the tile for free. He's very balanced, I promise. Once again, I'm telling you guys, Canto Control 4, where it turns off extra actions, it's coming. I'm telling you it's coming. And it's gonna be that. It has to be. And he's out. It has to be that. Just saying. Because extra action economy has gone through the roof. Ooh, Brave Crom, big fan. With Goad Cavalry. That's some budget shit. If you're a broke boy, just say so.
If you're a broke boy, just say so.
Alright, so first person to try to go through the leftmost column. Let's see how that works out. Canto Control. Sigurd comes in, he's gonna get a fatty override. But, are you actually able to kill Alphonse? Oh, that's depressing. That's really depressing, actually. Poor Alphonse. But, how am I getting out of this one? Could it be Pathfinder? Since Alphonse is dead, hold up. Does Sigurd get the Pathfinder now? He do. That's kind of troll. I still am new to playing with Pathfinder, especially on defense, but I'm enjoying it so far. It's pretty goofy. Alright. Igreen on offense. Yeah, Igreen with Felix is also really good. I used to run that on defense a little bit, also on this map. On this map and the map with, like, the vines, I don't know what else to call them, or, like, most of the center... Okay, he's out. Whatever that terrain is where it's those vines in the center of the map, kind of like in a this pattern. I'm doing it with my cursor. Anyway. Yeah. I used to run Igreen with an infantry line. And it worked. That's something that people aren't ready for as well. Like, I think people underestimate the annoyance of a terrain like this and like the one with the vines. Because it's just so hard to actually get your units through that unless you have something like Igreen or Celica Ring. And especially with a terrain like the jungle here, in Dark Season, where you have Mythic Thor that can, Mythic Loki that turns off an entire lane due to gravity, unless you have Micaiah turning off 2 of the penalties and hoping that that's one of them. I'd have to look into the list to see where gravity falls, but yeah. On a map like this, Loki is extremely good. I used to run this map with her as well. And on Dark Season, I'll probably do the same thing, replace Aether with Loki. Shut down a lane completely. Very, very strong. Gravity is still one of the best effects in the entire game. One of the best debuffs. And they are very stingy with it. And he's out. What do we got? Sigurd Ring, what's her name? Sharena. Well, this guy's got the Leaf. And, oh. Gale Force Felix. Cool. I also gave my Felix Fury 4, but I haven't really experimented with it too much, because he like, barely even needs it, right? He barely even needs Wings of Mercy support. But let's see what he does. Do you have enough actions? Dance Felix. This will dance Sharena. Right? Yeah. And he FFs. You still have... I mean, yeah. I don't think there's any way you get out of this with the actions you have remaining. So, I guess, yeah, FF is the play. Alright. Now this is, I think, an interesting one. We have Life and Death Penette with Gale Force Special Spiral and Marth Ring. So this is, with her weapon and this and Asker, this is turn 1 Gale Force. This is the Halloween Asker. Veil, Aether plus... Felix, another double Fury Felix with AoE this time. Big fan. And plus, ooh, Plumeria. So, let's see what he does. Gets rid of the block. AoE's Sigurd. Bop, you're done. 1 cooldown AoE is a hell of a drug. He eats the tile. Wings of Mercy, Plumeria in. Takes out another unit. Asker comes in. This is... okay, Asker is probably a demonic Gale Force unit, by the way. OG Asker used to actually be a pretty good Gale Force unit in his own right. But, Halloween Asker is on some other shit. Can you actually get through my Haethrun? Look at this guy, man. Felix does nothing to him, even without reopening and anything like that. But do you have the stopping power to get through my units? Also, I have to be painfully honest, Alphonse hasn't done literally anything so far. Like, this is one of those times I mentioned earlier where it would have been better to have Alphonse be Marnie, for example. Especially since Marnie also gives out Defense Res +6 and neutralizes enemies' penalties during combat. One of the best statuses in the game as well. So, my whole team would get all stats +6 at turn 1, in addition to some good effects. But, yeah. He has enough stopping power to get through, unfortunately. Maybe with my merged Haethrun that I now have with, not minus defense, maybe she would actually be able to live a bit more. We'll see next time. But, this week it's still my minus defense one. Rip. He's just gonna get the pots now. I would love to see Penette do something. And, yeah, it's really just AoE Felix that's able to get through. Because, yeah, Haethrun's one of the tankiest units in the game, but AoEs be AoEing. AoE's still the goats under the right circumstances, which I like. I said in my previous video that I think AoEs should be maintained, should be untouched. Assuming the ease of use of them doesn't continue to increase. Oh, by the way, that one loss that we just saw cost me tier 39. Because... oh, hold on a second. Plus... plus... ooh! Elimine plus... oh my god! Lumera. Stinks! Legendary Corrin plus... oh my goodness! And then don't tell me, Veil plus... I got a bad feeling in the pit of me wallet. Whole team of +10s except for Lumera. I wouldn't want to be this guy's wallet. But, anyway, yeah, I think AoEs should be maintained in their power level, and they also shouldn't be easy to use. But, we've kind of gone past the point of no return with a lot of things in this game. So, and that being one of them. We have Felix running around with 1 cooldown AoEs. And self-dance, and adaptive damage, which I had to... like, okay. I was watching DTM's SDS stream or something, right? And then Chronicos was in the chat, and he had to literally remind me that Felix had adaptive damage. Because this unit does so much bullshit, I actually forgot. So, yeah. I forgot he had adaptive damage, and I was like, why does he just melt my Marnie? Even though she has like 70 defense and 2 forms of flat DR and all this nonsense. He was still just bodying her, and then I gave her Mystic Boost, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Mystic Boost Marnie, pretty toxic. Very, very toxic. I can't wait for Marnie to be in the Grail shop, except I kind of don't want that to happen because she's going to be a very, 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 very popular merge project. She scores the highest in Arena and is a fantastic unit. Arguably, like, S+ tier near save, I would say. Among the best near saves in the game right now, for sure. So yeah, I'm going to +10 her. I'm going to trait fruit her. I already have premium fodder on her, and even without merges and without plus defense, she still is able to tank Felix, like the onslaught of Felix and Sigurd. He's able to kill Sigurd on the return hit as well. Like, very, very good unit. And getting as many layers of healing on that unit is also pretty important, because she gets it from her weapon. She gets 7 from her weapon. She gets 7 from near save 4. And then if you run Mystic Boost to counter Felix adaptive damage, you also get 6 from that. And then if you also run her next to Nagi Far Save, you also get another 7 on top of that if you're within 3. So pretty good synergy with Nagi and Marnie. Big fan. Oh lord, what kind of fodder do you have on this? +10 Ike Ring, plus Veil. And we already saw what this guy is. Oh, ooh, brother, with fortifications. A bit gross. How much defense do you have? 75 and 62. 75, man. Jeez. Edelgard plus with the Na fodder and also Shield Fighter, Wily Fighter, Guard Echo. Oh, man. This guy went all out, and he's got +7 Marth Ring. Let's see how this does. I'm very curious. You're going to see a lot of this as well after the Hall of Forms rerun. Shield Fighter. Exciting stuff. Let's see. This is the first Shield Fighter Edelgard I have seen firsthand. I've heard good things. However, what happens when Robin just Pathfinders down and kills her in one hit? He didn't read what Dogger's Pathfinder did. Poor guy. If he actually read it, I think he might have been able to beat my team, but I don't know. He probably doesn't have enough stopping power to kill Nagi. Remains to be seen, but yeah. He didn't respect the Pathfinder range at the end of the day. Brave Female Robin, still a fantastic nuke. Not going to be able to kill anything like Fjorm, but definitely gets the job done against neutral units. Okay. Keep going. And it's going to be Halloween bonus again next week. I never... Ooh. Plus... Ooh. Altina. Sheeta +2. Plumeria +1. Sigurd. Tor. Yeah, I never know how many weeks the bonus seasons last. Like, is it 4? I don't know. I've never looked into it. I just kind of go with the flow. But, yeah. When Dogger is bonus... Hopefully she'll be able to fight a bit better than the performance she's putting out right now. But she's not there for combat, she's there for Pathfinder. Next version of this team I do, Alphonse probably will be Marnie. I'll experiment. I also need to experiment with Panic Smoke Alphonse, which I've heard rumors about, and then I tested it a little myself. And then Habalucha, he made a video about Panic Smoke Alphonse like yesterday or the day before. Yesterday or the day before, and then, yeah, the theory is pretty good. Theory checks out, and I like it a lot. and I had it to give, and I love Alphonse, so I'm giving it a try. Oof! So yeah, I'll experiment with Panic Smoke Alphonse at some point, probably. I mean, I'm gonna experiment with it when I make next week's team. Maybe pair that with Micaiah, so everybody gets like -7 to all their stats, and then faux penalty doubler. Like, the theory is sound. And I used it in SD, actually. Before that video was made, I used Panic Smoke for Alphonse with Micaiah and Robin, just like the full screen debuffers. And it worked. I am not a good SD player, I don't play it a lot, but I'm like Diamond or whatever, like not the highest tier, but like I'm Diamond just to get the rewards. It is what it is. Alright, so final score is 12-1. This is a rare week where we have 13 matches instead of like 12 or 11. So 12-1. Pretty good. However, that one loss, it was not lift loss control, so I ate 75, and it cost me my tier 39. Because I had a match where I let a unit die to get the pots, and I was lazy, and yeah, so I took a score hit. I'm a fucking horrible player. Don't follow me. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.